one goes into the back of the car.
That's all right. 15th of August 2005, Forest Lodge, 4 in the afternoon, and just about ready to go to London Airport. Heathrow, that's right. Okay kids, you can get in.
There you go. Are you going in the bag?
There's 2 cramp for me in the bag. There's 2 cramp for me in the bag.
Plenty of room. Look at all that room. Don't stop now.
You've got your passport, darling?
There we go. All right.
I've got the passport.
Right, Anna's got passports now.
I've got the passport.
All except mine. Okay.
Okay.
Go on, darling.
Ungawa.
Ungawa.
Right. Have you got your seatbelts on, girls, in the back? Thank you.
Fasten your seat belts, stow your table upright.
That's it.
So how many times have you been up and down today?
Only that, well, like I went up at 5 o'clock this morning, came back at, I mean, I've not been back long, but the flight was a bit late.
I could get him speeding, yes.
You see, now if you were driving, you see, you wouldn't be able to do this, would you?
No. Well, out of Bournemouth now, just going through the New Forest in Hampshire.
We can go on, yeah, we're going underground now.
There's the runway there, you see the plane.
We're going under, oh no we're not.
No, not yet. We're going to circle around the top and then come back in underneath.
Yeah, look at that, Nikki, look. Taxi. No, there's a Concorde.
Is it pretend?
It's not, it's...
Yeah, it's just, they just stop.
For people to lay down on when they search them.
I thought you were going to say there was an attractive policewoman.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I wonder how this comes out.
Never been up in this one.
No, this is the new one.
Huh?
This is a new one.
No, it isn't. It's always been here.
Well, this third one.
Yeah, but it was designated originally as a sort of like an escape tunnel and also a cycle tunnel.
Yeah.
But it's been open now for a long, long time now.
Never been in this one.
And most of us use this because it's quicker. You get into the terminals a lot quicker using this.
Not many people use it.
Well, not a lot of people know about it. Only
I knew it was there, but it's difficult to get to from the M4.
you can if you keep in the left-hand side on from the M. If you're coming down from the M4, you just keep over to your left. But I very rarely ever use that. I very rarely ever use that route. So.
Now you're in Heathrow, Nikki.
Can you see the radar? There, spinning. This is for Grandpa.
Well, it's for the air traffic control.
So you can see where the aircraft are.
No, don't just slow up. That's a good boy. Don't get too enthusiastic.
I didn't do it so busy.
Little country mouse is going to the city.
Which mouse?
You know, little country mouse is going to the city.
Wait. Darling,
You watch my back because of my passport.
Katie, can you go and get the bags from the over here, please?
Nikki looking, yes, silly I think is the right word. Miles trying to look as if he's working and Katie digging around in her bag. Only another 3 hours to go to take off.
And it's me. Hello. Look, man.
Sit down, Nikki. Sit down. Departure lounge at Kuala Lumpur at Heathrow. 9 o'clock in the evening. So far, so good. Gate 13. Don't push that. So to Kuala Lumpur, we're on the road from the airport going into town, having survived the flight. We arrived about 5 minutes early after a pleasant flight. The weather here is rather misty, there's a little bit of rain around but nothing much. And this is the highway from the airport into town. South at the moment, where a lot of stuff was done for the Commonwealth Games a few years ago. Toll gate. Operated by cards. going into the city on the Sunibisi Road. Off on our left is the original Kuala Lumpur Airport, and was formerly the Royal Air Force Kuala Lumpur base, where I did my national service in 1957. Through the mist. Through the mist we can just see the Petronas Towers. So we finally made it into KL on the following morning. This is Bukit Bintang Road, where there's a new building site, and that's looking over towards Petronas Towers and Star Hill.
It's thick smog.
To our apartment. The lounge, dining room, kitchen through the door there. Passing the time before going out for breakfast. We're going to a stall just down the road for roti canai and dosai.
Are we going to film the dosai?
She wants the dosai filmed.
I'm in the Chennai shop.
One of us is jet lagged and hasn't managed to get up yet. This is one of our bedrooms. All the luggage still strewn around, but it's a nice big room. We have another room that Chris is sharing with the girls. This is the gang out for an early morning breakfast at a stall quite near the hotel. I'm going to start with a nasi lemak and then roti canai, Mars's roti canai, and Klaus and Chris will be dosai. Food has arrived and they're all getting stuck into it. Kids are just having a drink. They had their breakfast at home before we came out, although they've all had a little try. This is how you make roti canai. Although we've tried, we've never actually managed to get there. That's it. You see, that's the... Then he'll fold it into...
And then throw it.
No, he's thrown it. You saw? There you are.
I'm too stuffed. The reason why I'm not trying is I'm
Now I've got to the chendol.
And I've just had to untie a button there. Glasses from Canva.
waiting at Subang Airport now for the flight to Tioman. This is an old terminal from the old airport. It's largely empty. If you look around this side, it looks rather like a warehouse. Although we were told we had to check in 2 hours before takeoff, the check-in isn't going to open until 1 hour before takeoff. So we've got to hang around down here until that happens. Anyway, we got here, the nice bus trip. Miles didn't remember very much of it. Nikki, the children slept well last night, so everyone's in quite a good mood. And we're looking forward to our trip to Tioman. This is Bajaya's finest. Their Dash 7 being cleaned up, we hope, before we set off. A bit old, maybe it flew for New Guinea at one time. Anyway, we have a long wait before we go.
2 hours.
The children are just learning that travel is mostly waiting for something to happen.
There you go, there's a picture of Grandad and another airport and another sitting around waiting for an aeroplane. Just make sure we've got Grandad.
Well, we got to Tioman and we're just about to go out fishing. The sea's a bit rough, so Mum and Chris have chickened out, but the kids have decided to come with us and we'll try our hand with the fish. Lots of little ones. They are moving around quite a bit. There's the intrepid non-sailor.
We're going to start recalling from here.
There's the other intrepid non-sailor. Bye-bye. This is little Rengis Island just off the jetty. But I'm having to brace quite strongly here, which is why the film is all over the place. There's the Bajaya. Club up on the hill. So here we are at sea, fishing off the back of the boat to the north of a little island, Coral Island, at the north of Tioman. Caught one. A nice barracuda that we give to the boatman, and now we're passing a little island still further north. And Katie's almost asleep. Pulling faces. We're going to use her as bait later. Island, peeping out from behind Coral Island. Because we're in the lee of the islands now, the sea is quite calm. often means there's some anchovies around. At the moment it's not many signs of fish. Quite often during the midday, it's nearly 12 o'clock now, quite often at midday the fishing dies off. It's a big one and it's orange coloured.
Bloody great tenant to the parlour, isn't it?
Nicky, get it back there, dear. Put that between your legs like I've shown you. No, you can put it between your legs as long as it's not resting on your privates, as you call them. We're going to go into the bay and anchor up for lunch
And fish, eh?
and maybe do a bit of snorkeling.
Fish.
We can fish afterwards. Some of us will want to do some snorkeling and look at the coral. Katie's about to drop off. Look at her, Miles.
I know.
When we say Katie dropped off, it might almost be true. The way she's lying there. We're now crossing the channel between that little northern island and Coral Island. So there's a little bit more swell. But not many more fish. She has in fact fallen asleep now, without actually falling off. And we're coming into a nice calm little bay, where we might pull up for lunch. Miles should wind in first.
Are we stopping here?
Winding in the lure, which is giving a very good fight.
What's the background for?
That's the Rapala lure. And Rob's winding his in. ceremony of feeding the fish. Come on children, throw some bread in the water.
Egg, you oh, there's a kangaroo! Good up!
We've all had a snorkel. We've just been having lunch. There's Daddy feeding himself. Katie opening her big mouth.
Katie cut herself on a rock.
Katie cut herself on a rock.
I got bitten by a fish.
And she got bitten by a fish.
I'm cutting an apple open, but I can't.
Nikki's cutting an apple open, but she can't quite do it. Robert is actually eating an apple and spitting the bits out, the dirty little tyke.
And Grandpa, who's playing all innocent,
It's doing nothing!
hasn't done anything like this.
No.
Well, this is easier biting.
So we're in a lovely little bay. Nice and secluded. Only 5 other boats. Nice and calm.
Fishes because they're black.
Lots of fish. Packed lunch from the hotel. At least the fish like it. I imagine they've had lots of packed lunches here.
Leave them to eat first.
Some people were feeding them underwater by hand. We fed Katie to them, so they had a bit of Katie.
I thought that as well.
Ah, that one you can eat. Do you know, Rob? You're just like we used to be. You remember?
Yeah.
Yay! I didn't eat it. I think I eat it. Where's the knife? Orange. Unfair, I haven't even got a knife. Nor did I.
Katie,
Yeah.
Grandpa,
Hmm?
bring the camcorder down here. Imagine falling into that water. Keep Rob in it.
There's one piece. How she cutted it? One for you. Look, I actually cutted that. Look, I cutted that. I know it's like that. Very
You probably hear in the background Rob spitting out bits of apple.
Robert.
There's a piece of apple from Robert's mouth.
Stop it.
Can I bite it and spit it over this side?
No,
I
stop
nicked
it.
someone's cake by the way.
Eat it.
I don't know whose it is.
That's mine, and put it back.
Do you want to have mine? There you go. Look, okay.
I swim with the fishes.
I'm feeding them my apple.
It's a nice parrotfish there.
Went over the boat then. Man overboard!
Ironically, this is tuna and sweet corn.
Hang on, Crowley. Leg overboard! Ironic! They like this cake though. I love it.
I think that's enough of fish feeding.
Come on, fishy.
Right up there is a couple of sea eagles making an awful racket. They're quite large birds with a wingspan of about 6 feet.
Yes, it's bigger than I am.
Okay. It'll be all over the boat. Rob.
What? Look at that. Got a colourful face pad.
Buddha the apple eater sitting on the back of the boat. We're now off after lunch we're going to do a little bit of bottom fishing.
Well, we jump in.
Nikki wanted to stand in the bow but found that the decking was too hot. Katie managed to scrape her knee on a rock. It was also nibbled by a fish. Robert's eager to kill any fish available. And Daddy to photograph anything that moves or doesn't move.
And all we have is the boat needs to go around. Done. End film.
On the way home we got a new boatman.
Nicola.
Nikki! Some members of the crew had too much to drink.
Nick.
He must have had a really heavy time on shore leave. We're not sure whether this one is still with us. She's had a good lot of sleep on the boat. Probably didn't sleep very well last night. This is the northern tip of Tioman, and that's the National Marine Park Centre. Another hotel, I don't know the name of it, cascading down the hillside on the right of the picture. They've got a trial breeding of coral there on concrete blocks, and there's quite a lot of queenfish in there. Our hotel is a good bit further down the coast, getting towards the southern end of the island. Our new helmsperson seems to be pointing us in the right direction. Midshipman Nick. This is the bay where the airport is. The planes have to come close to the hills on the left, turn sharply right, and then they land rest of the crew are, perhaps shall we say, taking it easy. That's Coral Island, where we spent a fair bit of the day. Quite a few fish there. I think the kids did some snorkeling, and I think they got most enjoyment of feeding the fish their lunchtime sandwiches. The helmsman gets advice from the navigator. But we're still on course. Getting closer to the hotel now. It's just to the left of the bow. And still the rest of the crew slumber on. Now she's got the boat all to herself. But not paying attention to the course.
Boy's name was Robert. Was a proper Robert.
One of the other members of the crew has woken up and gone onto the bridge. I think where he's probably offering advice to all and sundry, as is his usual way. The third supernumerary crew member is still crashed out behind me. We're in real trouble now. Midshipman Robert has taken over for a brief period. I think he'll be able to tell the crew how to steer. But we are still on course. The hotel is dead ahead. We've changed watches, and Nicky is now off duty and Robert is helmsman. Katie is still on shore leave. Katie is about to fall overboard. Oh well, some people are faster than us. Very much so. Midshipman Katie is awake, but not fully awake. At any moment we expect her to drop off to sleep again. She must have had a very busy duty session. Never mind, Katie, there's not very far to go. Hotel just to the left of the bows from along the beach, so Katie doesn't have to stay awake much longer. Getting dead ahead, and Midshipman Mark is doing a good Midshipman Robert is still doing quite a good job. They've left him on his own. Well, we should be safe with Robert and Nicky running the ship. That's why I'm sitting with my back to the engine. Little island of Ringis just offshore, and the golf resort just behind it. The professional crew have now taken over, so we can relax. We are at breakfast, almost bright. Nikki and her dad being very rude as usual. The girls have started on their morning prowl. Robert's been attacking the toast and now the pancakes. Nikki's attacking the fruit juice. The great toast manufacturer. And the pancake poacher. Katie has slaves to help her.
Katie hasn't woken up yet.
If there's a sort of knocking noise, it'll be her head hitting the table when she falls back to sleep.
Some. Then you can have some fruit.
stranger. I don't remember you. You know the hell are you?
What a horrible voice at this hour of the morning.
Thank you, Grandpa. You're a sour, sweet and sour pussycat. They've got my cutlery, remember that?
So all getting heartily stuck into their breakfast.
Hey, honey, that's great news.
New
Camera.
Mummy's
Still going strong, still going strong. On this her 44th wedding anniversary.
and her third course today.
While young Miles is waiting for his small slave to bring his 5th course of the day. And young Master is waiting to play with his Game Boy.
recovered from his trot on his anniversary just in time.
It's a lovely holiday memory.
And that's my sister. She just finished her nasi lemak.
And Game Boy boy. Oh look, there's Nicky coming with his
And there's the slave. There's a beautiful Polynesian hostess bringing his...
there.
Say hello, Polynesian hostess.
Yellow Polly.
What can I get you?
I'm just wondering what you can get for me, Nicky.
Katie. Hello.
Hello, that's my lovely, beautiful little Katie. And stop recording, press again.
With their little chums they met while they were on holiday. That's Hannah and Timothy. And here's Nicholas. Hello, Nicholas. Huh? They're leaving today, unfortunately, so they've got to have a good breakfast. Hannah usually has about 12 plates full. This is number 8.
Stop with it.
The spicy food.
The recovered man enjoying his first spicy food. He's having roti jala with curry. This is
Just the quaff.
Which I'm sure we will all share in later.
Look of the North about to go hunting seal. Or as we say, Inuit for a penny, Inuit for a pound.
You want to sit on the deck? You put your towel.
Greasing down for the day. It's the hotel pool. Slide at the end and a small kiddie splash pool. And a jacuzzi near those 4 pillars. It's very nice and the kids have had a lot of fun in here. That's a bar down the end where they do snacks, pizza and drinks of course. And the beach is just off beyond the fence. Here they go. I think they must have spotted seal or something. As Robert is madly paddling backwards. That's very clever of Miles to exhaust him by getting him to paddle against the blunt end. Going like grease lightning now. Steering an erratic course based on the genetics of his grandmother.
Boy! Boy!
This is one of these areas that's free from sea ice at this time of year, where they can catch seal. Ah, a passenger arrives. More or less, he seems to be getting the idea. Waving his paddle a bit high. More unskilled labour. Ah, passengers. Finished kayaking now, straight to the pool. Here at the pool, the manky mink is having a A drink, Monkey Mink have the drink with her monkey father. One rolls up, the third one rolls up for watering. Katie's feeling a bit off colour. So she's having an easy day. She probably got a bit too much sun yesterday.